Harry Kane is clearly in a very good place right now. He has been all season, but we've seen traditionally when he gets closer to the summer, especially in a big tournament year, the performance can tail off. Will that be different this year? And if so, why will it be different? Why can he keep going until the Champions League final? Why can he keep going through to the World Cup?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I would, because you said it as a fact almost, like, so I have to accept that in the seasons before is tapered off towards the end of the season. It's not how I've seen it. I think England can be very grateful that Harry was there, and therefore they reached the final of the Euros 2 times in a row and went far in big tournaments. I've seen his impact, and he is where he needs to be at this moment in time. The Champions League is the toughest competition in the world to win. He's competing against the best players, and it's absolutely normal that at this stage everything is a little bit tougher. But where he is right now, I don't think we could have wished for anything more, or he could have wished for anything more. I don't know if that answers your question, but basically, let's not put it as a statement that that's what happens every year. It's not true. But he has an opportunity for himself to do something special, and for the club, and that's all you can ask for. To be there, what is it now, 6th of May, we keep saying it, but we're in every competition. That's all you can ask. And then make it count, that you have no regrets.
The neighbour, yeah, next.
Vincent, Mikel Arteta said last week that he'd never seen anything like the game that you played out in Paris, but he also said it was a product of the two clubs competing in different worlds in terms of the competitive level in both domestic leagues. I wondered what you made of that take on the game.
No, I don't want to comment too much, but obviously having been in the Premier League for many years, if I read between the lines, it's basically a calendar discussion. I don't think it's a criticism on PSG or Bayern Munich or anything like this. It's the fact that you have 38 games to play, plus the League Cup, plus the FA Cup. You don't really have a winter break. And then every single time someone has a bad game, you go, well, how comes they have a bad game? I think that's the conversation what these guys are having. So it's not for me to jump in, but it's a legitimate, because obviously Jurgen Klopp, being German, how many times has he not spoken about this? And I was in that time in the league, so I understand it. But it's not not my problem to solve at the moment.
Machen wir noch 4 Fragen bitte. Yes, please, on the side.
Hi, Coach. I would also ask you, as a former great defender, so how on earth would you solve this nice challenge against Dembele, Kvaratskhelia or Doué? Is it even possible to defend against them?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say how are you solving it against Harry Kane, Lucho Diaz, Jamal Musiala, Michael Olise, and everybody else. But it's just the highest level, You have good days and bad days. That's what I want to say. We played against each other 4 times now, and everybody has the last game in mind. But every other time we played against each other, the games were really tight, one way or another. So sometimes the defenders are on top, sometimes the attacking players are on top, but you know that for 90 minutes, 95 minutes, you have to switch on. You have to be at your best level. And, who knows, tomorrow maybe.
Next one is 1 row behind, yeah? Give a hand sign.
Mustafa Parvane. Mr. Kompany, you once scored a famous goal when you play in the Manchester City, Man City, and everyone told you not to shoot. And I want to know that about the tomorrow, how much the player are free to make the decision, because I think tomorrow there's a possibility to PSG play more defense in some moment. Or do you prefer to the player just stick in your plan?
I'll link it to. It was an answer I had to give just before. What I'll link it to is I speak sometimes. I get asked about my role as a coach and this and that, and I said I became a coach because I wanna support the players. In being themselves and owning the game. It's a player's game. It's not a coach's game, it's a player's game. When you speak about the moment where I took a shot from 30 meters and everybody said, don't shoot, it's exactly this what I mean. It's a player's game. It's players making the saves on the line, it's players making dribbles, it's players... I think my biggest role is to support them in this, give them a framework that allows everyone to play a part. But will the players be allowed to make decisions on the pitch? It's you can't decide, you know, whether we press or not. That's as a team that's what we do. That's who we are, you know. But in the moments, if you decide to shoot or cross or pass the ball, you know, I think the main job of every teammate is to offer a solution. The main job of every teammate is, if someone takes a shot, to follow the shot or to react, to control the counterattack. All these things, there's a lot of roles that you have to respect. But in the end, you have to make a lot of football decisions, and I always will respect this, always.